Now that's an easy one. That's low-hanging fruit. But I know for a fact, because I've been there, that everyone in the world wants to come to America, and very few people in America want to leave. And the ones that do, I'm like, have at it. All right, because this is the most wonderful nation that's ever existed. The most freedom, the most opportunity. We got all these men here tonight. We all come from different places, different backgrounds. We have different opportunities in life. We all come together as one. And I'll tell you, aside from maybe parts of England or Australia, whatever, there's no other nation on earth that can say that. Everywhere else, it's all built on who you were when you were born, who you know, how you're connected, how much money you have. But only here in the United States of America, none of that matters. What matters is who you are, what kind of man you are, how much you love your brother. And that's why America's different. That's the number one thing that I'm zealous about. I'll tell you another thing I'm zealous about. I'm zealous about love. And no offense, I don't mean any gay love. I don't mean that. I'm just telling you. Nothing
wrong with that.
Yeah. Now, when I say that, I want to emphasize something. I don't care.
He's leaving.
He's done with that. He's done. Her day's out.
He's gone. He quit F3. He just quit.
I gotta go.
I don't care who you love or why you love them, because I'm not talking about that kind of love. I'm talking about brotherly love. All right, love for another man or another woman, another human being that the Lord put in our hearts. I'm a zealous advocate for that, because that's where it should all start. That's what F3 is all about. It's one of those things we're going to learn tomorrow night. For those of you who have not done a Growruck before, you're going to learn all about love tomorrow. You have an opportunity to love your brother.
That's right.
There's no better way to learn to love your brother than when you're shivering with him in the cold night. All right? So those two things that I'm very, very zealous about. Third thing I'll talk about, and that's it about zeal, is I'm zealous about F3. I'm zealous about what's going on. I was one of the lucky guys who got to be there when it started, because there's no other word for it. I guess I'm a creator or originator or whatever. Really, I was just a guy who happened to be standing at a place when something bigger than me started. So because I was standing there, I guess I get credit for that. Other than that, I really didn't do much. Other than that, really, it's what's happening in all these cities that we're from. All you guys who are leading there, that's what's happening, which has got very little to do with me. All right, so I'm from
You're here, though.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm from Charlotte. All right, what I'd like to do real quick is find out where other guys are from. Charlotte.
Richmond, Virginia. Memphis, Tennessee.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Richmond.
Yeah. Keep going.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Greenville, North Carolina.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Richmond.
North Carolina.
Chesapeake, Virginia.
Greenville, North Carolina.
Pittsburgh.
Phoenix.
Greenville, ENC. Greenville.
I'm from Richmond, by the way.
Greenville, North Carolina.
Pittsburgh.
Charlotte.
Pittsburgh.
Greenville. Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, Washington.
Not right now. It's Phoenix, Arizona.
Temporarily? Okay.
Hey, I grew
Did you
up
say
there.
Cleveland, North Carolina? Greenville. I thought it said Cleveland. What is that? I didn't know there was one. All right. So we're from all over the place. If you've been doing F3 for a year or more, raise your hand. Keep it up. All right. If you've been doing F3 for more than 2 years, keep your hand up. More than 3 years, keep your hand up. More than 4 years, keep your hand up. 5, 6, 7. Almost out of time. Okay, so we got a lot of vets out here. If you've ever done a Growruck before, raise your hand. If you've done more than 5, keep your hand up. If you've done more than 10, keep your hand up. So that'd be me alone. All right. That'd be me alone. All right.
I gotta call the question.
I think I've done. How many Growrucks have there been? What are we on now?
14.
Okay.
I'm
I'm just saying.
Socratic.
To be honest with you know what the funny thing about it is every time I do one, Lazarus is there.
Hey,
And this time I turn around, I was like, what the hell are you
Lawyer
doing?
trick. Know the answer
Yeah,
to
know
the
the
question
answer,
before
right.
you ask it.
Know the answer, right? And every time I do one, some guy will come up and say, hey, you remember Sandrook in 2013? I'm like, no, I tried to block that out. I tried to block it out, right? Because, Crab Mountain. You remember Crab Mountain, Danny, last time? He said he doesn't even remember. He's the one who made us do it. we crab walked backwards from the Mississippi. Yeah. Crab Mountain.
I got to drive past that twice every day.
We were cussing you earlier.
Yeah. Those of us who have had the pleasure of Crab Mountain have nightmares about it, but then you forget, man. Because that's the beautiful
Except
thing about
apparently
it.
not.
Every day. Right, every day. But my mind just washes it clean until one of you jabronis comes up and says, hey, remember that time? All right, who can tell me the mission of F3? Who can state it?
Plant,
Succinctly.
grow, and serve small men's workout groups for the invigoration of male community.
Bam!
leadership.
Yeah! Nice.
All right, now, who can tell me why knowing the mission is important? There are wrong answers, but go ahead and say it.
You know how to accomplish a mission if you know the mission.
Sure. And when you say you, who are you talking about?
The pack.
The packs, right? The individual guys on the ground, right? Who cares if I know in my little, neighborhood in Charlotte, impacting 5 or 6 guys or 10 guys that I'm around? That doesn't do you guys any good at all if you're in Pittsburgh or Greenville, right? You have to know what the mission is so you can serve it. That's why.
Plant,
Right?
grow, serve.
Plant, grow, serve. That's the task. Those are the 3 things we do. We plant workouts, we grow workouts, and we serve workouts. We don't do anything else. All right? We don't do anything else. There's a world of things to do, man, out there, and there's a world of people that can do them. But what F3 does is plant, grow, and serve men's small workout groups. That's what we do. The purpose, second half of the mission, is to
Invigoration, male community.
invigorate male community leadership, right? Why? What problem are we trying to solve?
Sad clown syndrome.
Sad clown syndrome, right? Dormant male community leadership. Men who have surrendered, who have given up for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. Culture beat them down. They don't like their job. They've screwed up. They can't live in the guilt of the things they've done. Whatever reason there is for them to have surrendered to the world and stopped leading and stopped impacting and turned into a check writer, just waiting to die on their deathbed to hear your last check cleared. Boom, they die. Whatever has turned a man into that, I don't care. What I do care about is doing something about it. And that is invigorating male community leadership. Why is that important? Because a nation without advisors will not stand, will not prosper. Advisors are leaders. If we run out of leaders, if we turn into just a gang of sheep, standing around, bleating, feeling sorry for ourselves, wondering when we're going to get sheared, and just afraid, this nation will not stand. And the first thing I told you I was zealous about was this nation. And we will not stand without it. If men give up, if we surrender to the cultural message, the cultural demand that we sit down and shut up and stop leading, first and foremost, the first thing that'll fail is our families, is our wives and our children. That will fall. Next, our neighborhoods. That's what the families are built upon. Our neighborhoods will be destroyed, taken over by crime and drugs. Next thing, the cities that those neighborhoods comprise will fall. Then the states, then the nation. Don't let it happen. And you wouldn't be here if that's what you're all about. You wouldn't be here. What's our credo? Anybody got it?
Leave no man behind, leave no man where you found him.
Leave no man behind, but leave no man where you found him. Very good, Pete. I mean,
Study in advance.
Yeah, it's very good. He's been,
in the minivan. We do plans.
yeah, right. Okay, so leave no man behind. Why is that? Because we're all brothers.
That's right.
We're all brothers. You may be fast today and you may feel good about it, but there was a day when you weren't, right? And there'll be a day when you're not,
Right.
right? We leave no man behind. But that doesn't mean that when we go back and pick up the 6, we leave him behind. We say, oh, you're good where you are, man. It's okay. It's what God made you. No, you encourage that man to accelerate in the best way he can, right? We leave no man where he found him. All right, first core principle.
Free.
Free. Every workout is free. Why is it free?
We want as many people to come as possible.
God, what is it plan?
You get all the answers, Dredd?
Right?
How much you
all the
pay?
answers.
Right, right. No. But then again, it's free.
It is starfish.
It's free, right? So we can lower the bars to entry, right? You think about it when you're out headlocking, and that's what F3 is all about, the headlock, right? And you know the guy's like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm feeling, I do that. It's giving you that whole litany of excuses, and you can say, it is free. It's free. It's free. All the money you pay to the Y and buying all that workout equipment is doing nothing but sitting in your basement and act as a coat rack. This thing is free. It's free. What's the second one?
Men.
outside,
Men.
rain or shine.
Open to all men.
Open to all men. Why is it open to all men?
Because we are inclusive. We want all men.
We're inclusive. We're brothers.
Take
Because
where you're at.
every single man counts. As soon as one man doesn't count, then we all don't count. As soon as you look at one other man and say, because you're this or you're that or that, as soon as that happens, then the whole thing falls apart. The whole thing falls apart. Open to every single man. Why not women?
It doesn't work.
Because we can't solve their problem. Okay.
He's a yinzer.
He's a yinzer. No, but we can serve their problems, right? We can serve their problems. God in his infinite wisdom, and funny dude that he is, went ahead and put us together with women for some reason. Right?
Was timely.
And I would say it's a lot easier to serve their problems than to solve them.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what. How old are you?
50.
You're a pretty wise guy. 50. 50, right?
5-0.
So why wouldn't it be better to have them work out with us to serve their problems?
We act different in front of them.
We act different in front of them.
Yes.
Distraction.
Distraction. What
Sexual
else?
temptation.
Pride.
Temptation. Right?
Pride.
That's right. So look, it's easy for me when I give this talk to a group of people like a Rotary Club or something. Somebody always asks me, "Don't you think it'd be better if you have women out there?" I'm like, "It might be, but I can't do it then because my wife won't let me." My wife won't let me because she's smart. Because she knows that I'll be tempted, distracted, all those things. And why would she subject me to that? Right? Because even though I'm 55 active adult, right, I get all the discounts. I'm still highly potent. You know, when you're 35 and you look at a 55-year-old guy, you're like, oh, I guess when I get like him, I just won't have to think. No, you. So, anybody else? Am I the oldest guy here? Anybody else 55 or more? You still thinking about it? Yeah. Still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. And you should.
You gotta do more than think about it.
You gotta do more. As long as you're focusing all that thinking into your wife, right? She's the vessel into which the good Lord has determined that we should pour all our sexual energy. And if you do that, here's the upside of that. It'll keep you safe. It will keep you safe. One of the first NCOs I ever met in the Army said, you know what? Young man, he said, you know that...
What?
We're good. We're clear.
Okay. You know, a vagina is all soft and furry like a pussy cat. It's got teeth on the inside. You get that thing in there, you ain't gonna be able to get it out. Am I right?
It's true.
There you go.
All right. Third, you had it. What was it?
Held outdoors, rain or shine.
Held outdoors, rain or shine. Why the heck do we do that?
Because we're not pussies.
Consistency, right? Outdoors.
To make you more durable.
Make you more durable. Make you more durable. Make you physically and mentally tougher. Every single morning, I delay the moment that I'm going to look at my device to see the weather until right before I got to put my gear on. I don't want it working on me. I don't want to give an excuse. You know, I get up in the morning, I do my little prayer thing, spend some time getting ready, do the same thing every morning. Then the last thing I do, I look at that, and I see what it says. It feels like 32. I got a little chart I look at, boom, hat. I don't think about it, right? Because I know getting out there is going to make me more durable, more capable of withstanding the elements, the things that have happened to me. To this day, because I'm a graduate of the United States Army Ranger School, to this day, although it was 35 years ago, when I'm inside and it's 6 p.m. at night on a cold winter day and the rain hits the outside of the glass, I'm like, I'm inside. Right? I'm inside, right? I'm durable, I can take it. But it's made the rest of my life easier. right? If you get up in the morning, you work out outdoors in the rain, the cold, the shine, you can discipline yourself to do that. If you can discipline yourself to do that, not going in a nice warm YMCA and getting on the elliptical, if you can make yourself go out and work out in the weather, you're going to be a more durable man. Am I right?
That's right.
All right.
You
Who's
gotta,
got
come
no?
up, you gotta come up north. Feels like 32. Like that's.
Hey, look.
That's like. Listen, come on.
Listen, I was raised up north, right?
Connecticut.
And I was raised up north,
right?
And I'll say the same thing. Air Force guy said to me one day, we were in law school together, and I said, "Oh, the Air Force, you know, you guys had it so easy. We were, you know, you guys had these heated tents and your crew rest and all that crap." He said, "Nobody told you to join the Army." So I said, "I'm gonna say this. Nobody tells you to go up north. We got room in the South, but we're running out. We're running out.
Pretty full.
All right, we're running out. We're running out. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, number 4. Peer led, right? Every workout is led by a man who participates in the workout with no training or certification required. Why do we do that?
Because we get
Leadership.
sick of your voice.
That's right.
Leadership.
Leadership, right? First leadership lesson I learned in the military is how to lead PT. First thing I learned. And first time I ever stood in front of men, you know, other than, you know, like sports or whatever, first time I had to get men to try to do something simply because I was saying to do it. And I was a complete failure at that. It took a lot of work to do it. It's a great thing to learn how to do. And if you can do that, as you guys have all probably learned, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't a leader, then you can lead in everything in your life. You bring the same sense of gravity, of power, of feeling of righteousness that you can, and you go out to other men and say, "This is the right direction. Here's my vision, articulate it, this is where we're going to go." If you can get a guy to run up a hill, you can get the guys at work to do what you need them to do, right? Because you're doing it with them. That's the first thing you learn, right? Because we are peer-led. Not a guy standing there with the clipboard, God bless him, that's just a living, standing over a man saying, "And now it's time you do 30 push-ups." No, you're doing push-ups and you're doing it right there, right? That's why we do it. All right? 5th and last is what?
Ends with the circle of trust. Ends with the circle of trust.
Ends with a circle of trust. Why do we do that?
Formality.
It's the right way to end.
Just cause? Just cause?
Get your mind right.
Just cause? Here's a couple reasons. Number 1, we work out in the gloom, right? In the darkness, in the rain, whatever. Can't see each other's face. You might be in the workout with a guy and not even realize you are. You know, it would be wrong just to end the workout and wander off. Right? End the workout with some formality, right? With some formality. Get in a circle, count off, see how many guys you had out there, right? Accountability is very important, as we're going to find out tomorrow night. Say your hospital name, right? Which your parents named you before they realize what you're going to be. Your F3 name, what we name you, to designate you as part of our tribe, that you belong to us, and look each other in the eye and then say whatever it is you want to say. If you're in Charlotte, we say a prayer. If you're in Greenville, South Carolina, North Carolina, probably say a prayer. I understand the guys in Puget don't necessarily pray. They might make some kind of spiritual statement. You know what? I don't care what you say in the circle of trust. As long as what you say is respectful to the men around you and also manifests an understanding that you have in your life that you are not the king of the world. That there's something out there bigger than you. And you can make it whatever you want to be. It's going to be regional, wherever you happen to be. I've never been to Pittsburgh. You guys probably have your own way of praying. That's fine. It's probably a little different than they do in Cleveland. Probably a little different than they do in Phoenix. It should be a little different. It should be. That's why the 5th core principle is not you'll pray to Jesus Christ or Buddha or whatever. It's that you'll have a circle of trust, that you'll gather together as a circle of men, see each other respectfully, celebrate the fact that you're there as men, and then walk away with the acknowledgement that there's something bigger, a higher purpose in our lives. Not all about us. That's what gets in the sad clown's head. Oh, yeah. It's about the brotherhood and about our determination to serve those outside of us, to serve them. Our wives and our children and our friends, right? Those guys that we pour into, go to work and be a good boss, a good subordinate, all those things we're supposed to be. It's acknowledgement of that. That 5th core principle is very important. And that's it, right? We just went through it. That's how simple this thing is. You got a mission, you got a credo that you can keep in your mind. You go, I don't know what to do next. Well, there's my brother. I better go circle back and get him, right? And we got 5 core principles that define what we do. What you do inside those core principles is absolutely up to you, wherever you happen to be. Every workout should reflect who you are and the nature of the men you're with, and that is it. All right?
All right.
All right, that's my spiel. Any questions, concerns, anything anybody wants to say? Talk about what's going to go on tomorrow night? Anybody?